Auckland people walked over the new Harbour Bridge for the first and last time, just before it was officially opened. After that, it was strictly vehicles only. Thousands saw the Governor-General, Viscount Cobham, inaugurate the bridge, a great event commemorated by a plaque. Auckland, New Zealand's biggest city, has dreamt of this bridge for 100 years. Now, with 4 traffic lanes, it's an accomplished fact, something the whole Dominion is proud of. It costs $6 million, and it'll save a long detour, a big benefit to a city of 500,000 people.
The fact that a bridge just 30 years old is starting to feel the fatigue of age. The plan is to build the tunnel from the northern end of the Harbour Bridge to link with the southern motorway at Westhaven. This is a relatively new tunnelling method which involves digging a trench in the seabed and then linking a series of sections from Northcote to St Mary's Bay.
The bridge is starting to crack up now after about 25, 30 years. What sort of guarantee can you give that in fact the tunnel is going to last possibly much longer?
So it looks as though something must come sometime or other, even if it isn't by the mid-1990s.
Yes, I think we're looking to the year 2000 or thereabouts for some further options.
You're unbelievable! Oh!
Now an Auckland Regional Council committee's approved in principle building a bridge alongside the existing one.
This is part of the first stage of Auckland taking planning seriously.
You're unbelievable!
The bridge is awful, and plus we've heard all those rumours that it's falling apart, so something new would be good.
But the old one's going to have to do for now, even though after 2 decades of talk, 3 alternatives have finally emerged. Option 1 would see a bridge or tunnel exclusively for public transport use, stretching shoreside from Esmond to Oniwa Roads and crossing the harbour to what is now Wynyard Wharf and finishing at Britomart. Option 2 is also a bridge or tunnel catering for both public and general transport. It follows Option 1's route to the city but also enables cars to link up to the northwestern motorway. The third and final option is a mega 6.8 kilometre tunnel that meets the city west of the Bledisloe container port.
And the preferred route is from Wynyard Point, also known as Tank Farm, heading north about 2 kilometres, emerging near Stafford Road on the north shore. Construction will take about 5 years, with very little tunnelling under the seabed. Instead, a trench is dug into the sea floor, then huge concrete moulds are sunk into the trench, which will form the body of the tunnel. The study will be completed by the end of March next year. The next step will be to ring-fence the land that will be used in the future.
You're unbelievable! Oh!
This iconic Harbour Bridge is just growing old.
The existing Harbour Bridge will not survive 20 years in terms of a state highway. It will become redundant. It should become a local road.
Now, a State Highway 1 replacement is in the works. The Transport Agency has applied to protect land to build 4 separate tunnels. This is where they'd go from Victoria Park in the city, right under the Waitemata Harbour, to Esmond Road on the North Shore. Tunnels will take at least 15 years to build, so until then, the Harbour Bridge and its clip-ons will have to struggle on. With traffic restrictions, the clip-ons can only last a maximum of 40 years. And as the Transport Agency looks for a longer-term solution, they say planning for another crossing can't start soon enough.
You're unbelievable! Oh!
I think one of the things too that people look at, they say, well, it's a lovely bridge. Except, by the way, all the indications are, all the advice is that structurally is not going to last that much longer, and it does need to be replaced, and it would only cost $2 billion for a widened and new inline bridge. And that's the advice that the Minister's got. Auckland Harbour and the Harbour Bridge. So we have evidence now from NZTA or Waka Kotahi that a new inline bridge would be able to be built to beside the Auckland Harbour Bridge now. That would cost $1 billion, or a widened one which could take in a cycleway and also a footpath that could be built for $2 billion. Instead, the government is going to spend, they say now, something close to $700 million on simply a new cycleway and walkway. This is a complete kick in the teeth, actually, of the people of southern Auckland.
You're so unbelievable.
Anyone wanting to have their say on the 5 proposals for a second Auckland Harbour crossing needs to get cracking. The opportunity for feedback closes on Monday. It's less than a month since the Prime Minister Chris Hipkins and the Minister for Auckland and for Transport Michael Wood unveiled 5 scenarios for upgrading travel across the Waitemata, describing it as a, quote, city and nation-shaping investment, unquote. The 5 included a mixture of bridges and tunnels offering a combination of new lanes for vehicles, light rail and walking and cycling, with construction set to begin in 2029. But Auckland residents have heard it all before.
I don't think that there's going to be any shortage of cross-party political support for a second Waitemata Harbour crossing. The key thing is we've just got to get on now and make sure that we're making that happen. We're locking in a commitment here to make this happen. Our government is absolutely giving that commitment. I think we have to acknowledge that major projects like this do involve contracting and expertise. Almost every major infrastructure project that we've had has involved contracting and expertise to do the planning and design work and then to actually make the project happen.
You're so unbelievable.
Auckland Harbour Bridge is reaching the end of its days, and the government has now committed to a detailed business case for an additional crossing.
Before committing to a preferred option, we need to properly understand what should be built.
More than $100 million on consultants, and you still don't know what should be built, what it will cost, how it will be funded and financed, and how it will be delivered.
Making their announcement about a study so they can make a decision about a decision. These are not serious people. They promised real progress. They haven't delivered it.